What's going on, guys? Michael here, 360 Digital Closing Bell. I am live on YouTube from an undisclosed location here in Denver, Colorado. It is a beautiful June 1st, 2020. I think it's officially summer here on this Monday. As always, I am joined by the purveyor of the show, the executive producer of the show, and the executive producer and website creator of the world's greatest website, www.oilandgas360.com. Stuart Turley. Stu, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing fantastic, Michael. It's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day. We have a great show lined up. Please, if you are not subscribed to the 360 Digital Closing Bell before we start, we just ask that you please do that. iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. We had a great episode drop this morning. We did the undoable deed. We talked executive compensation, so please check that episode out. When we look at really dive into the digital ticker, market's flat today besides natural gas, which got pounded 3,055 for SPY, only up 11 points or about a 0.4% increase. Tech stocks stay the same, 95.91. That's only about a 35-point increase for the NASDAQ, or about 0.38% as well. Dow Jones doing just a little bit worse, 25,475. That's a 0.36% decrease, or about 91 points. Crude oil stays pretty much flat, 35.56, or about a 7% increase, about 2.5%, quarter of a percentage point there. Back end of the curve, though, not doing quite as well. And exactly flat, 38.48 for 12-month strip as we roll over natural gas. Only thing we have red today, down 4%, or about 7 cents, $1.77. Back into the curve for natural gas looks really good, $2.77 and negative, and that's about a 2% drop, or about 0.7% on the day. XOP, which is our E&P securities contract, does very well, beats the S&P 500, up 2.9%, 53.36. So a good number for XOP, our E&P securities. Comes OIH, which are oil field services, 119.68. That's up 0.77%. 1961. If you're looking at our portfolio specifically, Bonanza Creek had a great day. They're up 10.5%, or $1.85, up to 18.75. Big chunk of our portfolio. Apache, which is another part of our portfolio, $11.73. They're up 8.7%. So two good numbers for the day. Remember, I am short crude oil, which didn't quite have a great day today. So that half, and our natural gas side is getting pounded, but at least we're seeing some positivity in our energy equities portfolio. Before I turn it over to Stu, I need to just say, if you are not tuning in and interested in the oil and gas conference, please, I'd highly recommend checking out www.theoilandgasconference.com. It is the place to go if you are an investor conference. We're actually rolling out a new digital format. There are going to be some details that we're going to be dropping to later this week. So please check everything out on theoilandgasconference.com. Stu, what do we have in the international news desk?
Hey, Michael, thank you very much. International News Desk, I had a very nice article put out. I believe we put it out Friday, talking about the storage glut coming in that's going to erase our total gains that we had from shut-ins. On our podcast this morning, I said there is more information coming in. There's even more storage coming in from coming in. I have three stories on Oil and Gas 360 in the international section, all pointing in. I hate it when I'm right. Back to you.
No, and you've been on this offshore storage game for a while. I know there's some interesting stuff with Putin and Trump that happened today, but no, I think that's a very interesting story to watch to go forward, because I think that's contrasting with all of the shut-ins and the decline rates we talked about in our podcast 2 weeks ago. That crazy article that I think is posted on oilandgas360.com, which basically talked about 15, was it the last 80%? It was like 60% of the oil production is due to the last 15 months of production. So when we have all of these shut-ins, no drillings happening, there's even going to be a huge cut. So it'll be very interesting to see where this all balances out. But you have definitely been on this storage game from an issue. And my one big thing really is, if you listen to my podcast this morning, I was bearish for the week. I don't know if I'm necessarily bearish anymore. I'm a classic trader. I go with where the data shows me. New data on the Bloomberg dropped this morning. 24% month-to-month increase in terms of gasoline demand. Crude refinery use up 2% month over month. Jet fuel demand up 8% month to month. Distillates demand up 3% month to month. So, and total products demanded up 1% for the United States. Great numbers if you are looking at the demand side of what's going on in the oil and gas trading space. That's why I think you're seeing crude oil holding flat today, not losing any gains. Natural gas, as you saw, lost huge gains on that number. I think the demand story playing out is super positive. And I might be willing to switch my pick from bullish to bearish, even from this morning, but we got to stick with it. I'm going to hold the positions because I don't know. I mean, we're now entering tops territory here. So it'll be interesting to see what goes forward, and we'll keep you guys updated on everything happens with the energy markets. Please, again, subscribe to the 360 Digital Closing Bell, iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube's Entercom page. Thank you, and we will let you guys get back to work. Thank you for checking us out. We'll see you tomorrow.